All right, guys, this is the last part to Mr. Shower's Stoichiometry and Baking Soda lab. Here we have the evaporating dish and watch glass, which has been completely cool. I had a fan blowing on it, okay? So I wanted to make sure that before we weigh it, it's cool, okay? Typically, you would use crucible tongs to pick up the evaporating dish and put it and set it down on the table. However, it's cold, but I do want to show you, okay, inside you can see there's salt crystals. So if I carefully open it up, it's all dried. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh this, okay? And I got 126.7 grams. So that is the mass that's in data table for number 3, evaporating dish, watch glass, and NaCl. Again, it's 126.07 grams. Now, let's look at number 2, because number 1, you were to do that already. In the last video, I told you to do that. So for number 1, you were to calculate grams of NaCl. For number 2, find the actual mass of NaCl that you obtained, or the salt that you obtained. So how do you do this? Well, from the data table, you take the mass from number 3, subtract it from number 1, okay? So 126.07 minus 124.69 equals 1.38 grams of NaCl for number 2, or calculation number 2, okay? Now, the answer you got for number 1 should be very close to what I just calculated for number 2. Very close. Now, what I want you guys to do now is to tell me how close you are to my answer. Okay, so that's number 3. Percent yield. So percent yield equals actual, the actual value divided by theoretical value times 100. Okay, very simple. Calculate that now, and then you simply submit your work. Okay, now, last thing is for calculation number 1, just to double check that you did things correctly, your molar mass for NaHCO3 should be 84 grams, and your molar mass for NaCl should be 58 grams if you did not get a very close answer. The balanced equation to get your mole ratios, there's a coefficient of 1 in front of each one of them. Okay, so it's 1 mole NaHCO3 plus 1 mole HCl yields 1 mole NaCl plus 1 mole CO2 plus 1 mole H2O. Okay, so hopefully it's set up correctly and you get the right answer. So hopefully that helped. All right, guys, that's it.